Yo guys, welcome to the Zelda Fiction. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto got harem with Tsunade, Anko and Kurenai? Part 3. If you end up liking this video, please consider subscribe. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Naruto was not sure why, but he didn't like the way Erosenin was smiling. What are you so happy about? Oh, nothing. Just wondering if you had enough energy for training. I am fine. Now let's get this done quickly. I don't want to see you if I don't have to. Truly harsh words, Naruto. But it won't be as easy as you think it will be. Extending his hand, Jiraiya formed a ball of chakra in his hand. It was blue in color and seemed to swirl all over the place. This is the technique I wanted to show you. Now watch closely. Driving his fist into a tree trunk, he demolished not only the tree, but every other tree behind it for at least a couple of yards. Whoa, that is powerful. Now how do you do it, Erosenin? Well, it is a technique that requires a lot of chakra, but no seals. So even an idiot could do it, but I won't be telling you how to do it. I want you to learn that all by yourself. Now think of the technique. What did you see? I saw a rotation, a lot of rotations, all around the chakra. So did you use that to break the tree? Well, it does take rotation, but that is not all. Hopefully you will find it out later. Tossing a water balloon at him, Naruto didn't know what to do with it. What do we do with this? Without speaking, Jiraiya started to create bumps all over the balloon he was holding in his hand, and soon it burst, releasing the water. Wow, how did you do that? This technique requires you to rotate the water using your chakra. Creating a chakra flowing throughout the water balloon, you must use the rotation to burst it. Is that all? Well, I will be able to master this technique in a day. This is easy. The person who made this technique was the 4th Hokage. It took him 3 years to master this move. How exactly are you supposed to do it in only a day? I am the man who will become the best ninja the world has ever seen. I will become the Hokage of Konoha, the greatest ever. Thus the training began. While Naruto tried his best to pop the water balloon, Jiraiya decided to take a nap to kill time. What are you doing? I am taking a nap. It will take you a while. With how things are turning out, it will be a short nap. Continuing his training, Naruto created a flow of chakra in his hand and sent it into the balloon, trying to spin the water inside. It seemed to billow and bend but never burst. It seemed the rubber would not be easily broken by such a flimsy spinning motion. Hours went by. Why can't I burst this tiny water balloon? No idea, kid, but you got the chakra, that's for sure. How about we just put enough into the balloon to blow it up? We can't do that. Remember, we have to use rotations. Still not finished. I thought you would pop it in a day. The day is almost done already, and I don't see any water coming from it. Could you tell me how to burst this thing? You are supposed to find it out yourself, but I guess I can give you a hint. Show me the rotation you are using. Demonstrating it for him, Naruto swirled the water in the balloon to no avail. Now tell me, which way are you spinning the water? Counterclockwise or clockwise? Counterclockwise. Here, come here for a second. Jiraiya placed his hand on the boy's head. As I thought you were a clockwise rotation person. Clockwise rotation? Yes, it means you mold your chakra in a clockwise manner, meaning if you are thinking to rotate inside the balloon in a counterclockwise manner, then you are negating the speed of it. Thus it will not pop because it is too slow. I didn't think of that before. It should be something you find out instinctively, but I guess you are not that sharp after all. Well, since it is going to take you a while to figure it out, I'll go to town and collect some information. What are you going to do? I will stay here and perfect this technique. I will have it done in 3 days' time now that you told me the secret on how to do it. 3 days, eh? Well, see you later then. While the pervert played, Naruto continued to train, and he was helped in his training by the very women who had hunted him down not 2 days ago. What is the problem, Naruto-kun? I can't figure out how to pop this balloon. That's the problem, Hinata-chan. Anko just took a knife and stabbed it. They're all done. Now come to bed. We have missed your company. No, I have to pop it using my chakra and the flow of chakra. I must do this to continue with the exercises. Then we shall help you, won't we, girls? Of course, now let's see what we have to work with. Well, we have the balloon, but that doesn't help us. What did Jiraiya say, Naruto-kun? He told me that the way I rotate the chakra is essential for breaking the balloon. I don't know if that is the full story though. Kurenai adopted a thinking pose. Are you sure there was nothing else, Naruto-kun? He showed you the technique, right? The way he popped the balloon, tell me what you saw. Well, he took it in his hand, and the balloon started to be littered with bumps, and then it burst. I don't know how he did it. Naruto. Just listen to what you said. There were bumps all over the balloon, right? What does that mean? I don't know. Maybe different rotations inside the balloon. There are different types of rotations inside the balloon, and that's the reason the balloon pops, because of the amount of friction those rotations cause. Yes, now you have it. Try it out, Naruto-kun. Doing just that, Naruto soon found to his delight that he popped the balloon with no problem. Thank you so much, Kurenai-chan. How did you know? Well, I am a jounin, and it's not like I can't help you. Not like we can't help you. Isn't that right, girls? With a nod of assent, the women advanced on the container of QB. What are you all doing? I thought it would be obvious, Naruto-kun. I want my reward for helping you, and the girls want what is left over. Isn't that right, ladies? Nodding once more, Naruto was again screwed figuratively and literally, The joys of being you, kid. I can't help but pity the poor fools that don't get to enjoy all these pleasures. You are a pervert fox, and there is nothing you can say that will deny it. No, kid, I am not a pervert. I have just accepted the love and lust these women feel, and there is nothing that you or I can do that will stop it. Plus, why would you want to stop it anyway? Nighttime activities aside, it was obvious that the little water balloon trick was not the only thing that the technique entailed. Thus, it was not a happy Naruto that came to see the perverted Jiraiya the next morning. Okay, since you finished the first step, let's get on with the second. Throwing another ball at Naruto, Jiraiya held a similar one in his hand. This is a rubber ball and much harder to break than a water balloon. Trying his best, Naruto could not break it using the same strategy he learned from the girls. This will be 100 times more difficult than the previous exercise. The first step emphasized rotation. The second step emphasizes power. Without the water, it will be harder for you to see the flow of chakra and break the ball. That's true. Guess I have to learn the trick for doing this one too. Good, while you are doing that, I will be gathering more information. See you later. Again, watching his teacher walk away, Naruto was glad that he didn't really have to learn from the man. He was a slob, pervert, and a teacher who didn't care about the progress he was making. That old fool. Does he think that we don't have power at our disposal? That little act was just to show him our weaker power. Now on to the harder stuff, Kit. Fine, but don't get carried away. I don't want to have to explain why a portion of the forest was blown away because you wanted to show your true power. Letting the fox take over, Naruto watched as QB easily blew apart the rubber ball. Did you use the technique or just blow it away with your awesome power? Well, a little of both. You see, it takes a lot of power to hold my power back. Thus, it kind of means I have to use a lot of power to harness it again. Do you get it, Kit? Not at all. Did you use the technique or not? Yeah. But don't expect miracles when you do it. I will teach you how. First, you must create a model inside your mind, and within the model project forth a single dot. Can you see it? Yeah, I got it now. What? Well, then you have to pour forth all our power into that tiny little dot, kind of like a big generator, holding all of it in until the right time. You see, you have to pop the ball fast. Your frail body cannot contain all the energy needed to do it for an extended period of time. Enough with the insults, so I have to capture energy then release it in a concentrated wave? You got it, but remember, fast and accurately. Don't forget the rotation as well. A fast, accurate and powerful rotation, that is all the technique is. Then why is it so powerful? because it takes a lot of concentration and power to actually perform this feat. Most ninjas would never attempt it due to the amount of chakra needed, as well as the time needed to actually do the technique. I guess, but let me try now, Fox. I want to see if I can actually do it. Reverting control to Naruto, Kyuubi watched as he performed flawlessly, and the ball popped, but Naruto had used a bit too much power and had burned his hand and was thrown back a good 10 meters. So you figured out the second step so quickly. I am impressed, but we don't have time for the third step. We need to go meet with Tsunade. During the rest of the day, Naruto was thinking of ways to finish off his training. Hey, I want to finish my training. There are 3 steps to this technique, and I have only completed 2 of them. You can do the last one while we walk. The last step is combining the first 2 steps and concentrating it. What does that mean exactly? Throwing another balloon at Naruto. It was an air balloon this time. Now look at my left hand. Do you see it? Watching closely, Naruto could not distinguish what the heck was the difference with the balloon in Jiraiya's hand and the one in his. I don't see anything. What are you talking about? Okay, I'll do it in my other hand too then. With a burst of light, a form of chakra was rotating in Jiraiya's right hand. The power of the sphere is there and the rotation is there. But do you see how tightly held it is? I don't understand. What are you implying? Okay, I will show you. This is what you can do if you master the first 2 steps. Extending his right hand, Jiraiya formed a ball of chakra, but it was bigger than the previous one. He aimed it at a tree and thrust it forward. What happened was a number of swirls came into being from the spot he attacked. Now this is what happens when you master all 3 steps. Another ball of chakra, but this one was the same size as the original one. He again aimed at the same spot, but this time he came up with a different result. Instead of making swirls on the tree, it literally seemed to burn a hole in the tree. It was a good halfway in before Jiraiya turned it off. Do you see the power of the sphere? With the combination of power and rotation, combined into a tight spot, it creates a typhoon in the palm of your hand. All that power, but how do you keep it inside of a tight little spot? That is what the balloon is for. I want you to create a sphere of chakra that has maximum power and maximum spin, while not breaking the air balloon. Again, how? By creating a film to protect the inside of the balloon and also to hold in the power and rotation of the chakra. But enough about that, we have to see Tsunade. Why the rush? Can't we train for a couple more days? We don't know if she will move or not. We have to be quick about it. Deciding to let the pervert get his way, Naruto created a few clones to tell the ladies that he was leaving for a city called Ienzaku. What are you up to? I don't want them to get mad. They'll come anyway. Better to let them be informed than to feel their combined wrath. The clones dispersed and headed in the ladies' direction. Hopefully they didn't unpack too much of their stuff. I told them that we would be moving around a lot. Naruto's lovers were ready to move at a moment's notice, and soon we on the heels of their lover. Do you think we will get to meet the great Tsunade in person? I don't know, Tenten-chan, and I really don't care. As long as she is here, it is where Naruto-kun will be, and wherever he is I will be as well. You don't have to get all snippy, Temari-chan. She is one of the Sannin and her power was said to be legendary. Regardless, if we have to go, let's just go. I don't want to be late when Naruto needs a quick fix-up. I don't think you just want to fix him up, Sakura-chan, but neither do any of us. Thus the ladies went on their merry way, wondering what new positions were in store for them and their lover. Although it was kind of odd seeing so many women traveling together, many men actually went up to the group and tried to seduce a few of them. Unfortunately for them, they didn't have the musk or power of Naruto. Plus they smelled to high heaven digging manure pits all day. Who commands your heart, ladies? Someone a slob like you will never understand. Now leave before we are forced to make you leave. Seeing the steel in Anko's eyes, the men hurriedly ran for their lives. You don't have to be so harsh on them. They were only trying. It's not like they had a chance in hell. You're too nice, Kurenai. You know that, don't you? That's why Naruto-kun likes me the best. Right, and it's not because of the enormous rack in front of him most of the time? Well, that certainly helps, but mostly for my kindness and sweetness. You really have to get out more, Kurenai. It can't be healthy being that arrogant. Soon the streets were littered with debris as the women got into a good old-fashioned catfight. But unfortunately for the townsfolk, it was fight between ninja, and it caused enormous amounts of damage to the city. Are you two done? Let's get going. Carry those two idiots, won't you, Naruto? You know they're clones, right, Temari? I'm not stupid, Ino, but they're still Naruto-kun. The ladies again caught up to our intrepid duo, a pervert and pupil. Elsewhere. Orochimaru, what do you want with me? I have been searching a long time for you. Seeing the state of Orochimaru, Tsunade knew he had a high fever and a severe wound on both his arms. As you can probably see, he is badly wounded, and only your medicinal arts can cure him, Tsunade. How did you sustain such wounds, Orochimaru? Oh, I got them when I killed the third. You? Now don't give me that face. You should know all forms that of life eventually perish. You should know that since you watched as two of your loved ones died in front of you. Their deaths were gruesome, weren't they? Deciding that enough was enough, Shizune, the attendant to Tsunade, attacked the man who dared besmirch her master's family. The needles were dipped in poison and flew true to Orochimaru. Unfortunately, Kabuto was there to block all of them and leave the snake unharmed. Attacking once more, Shizune decided to charge the men and attacked with a ferocity that she was not known for. She's fast, and she is no ordinary attendant. That was what Kabuto was thinking when he tried to block all her attacks. Calm down, Shizune. With that one sentence, Kabuto was let off the hook, and Shizune once again returned to her mistress's side. Orochimaru, you've been like this since the old days. Smiling particularly gruesomely, Tsunade could have froze men to the ground with that particular look. You know my personality, now stop joking around. And with that, Tsunade showed a bit of her power and destroyed the wall directly behind her with a single punch. Monstrous strength and scary too. I bet she's single. Not the best thoughts were running through Kabuto's mind at the moment. I will give you 5 seconds to get out of my sight. If you don't, then I will be forced to get rid of you. Now you don't have to do that. We are looking for a trade. Your healing power for 5, 4. If you would just calm down. 3, 2, 1. With that, Tsunade launched herself at her former teammate, that is until he said the words, I can bring back your lover and younger brother with my forbidden technique. Time seemed to stand still for Tsunade. She was caught between the feeling of hope that she could once again be with her lover and brother, and the repulsive behavior of Orochimaru. Remembering the faces of Nawaki, her younger brother, and her former lover Dan, Tsunade could find no words to express her anguish. What are you going to do if I cure your hands? I don't like to lie. I will take what I want and crush Konoha for sure this time. While all this was going on, Naruto and Jiraiya were trying to find Tsunade and were coming up empty-handed wherever they went. Where could she be? Darn it, I can't do it. It won't stay inside the film. This is a castle town, and it is the highest ground. I guess I have no choice. This way, Naruto. Okay. While walking down the path, they soon come upon a group of villagers fleeing in panic from something. What is it? It's a monster. It destroyed the whole castle instantly. What kind of monster? It was a giant snake. A giant snake? Hey, I got attacked by a giant snake back in my village. Do you think it is similar? I think it is the same one. Back to the ill-tempered Heim, Tsunade was not having the best time choosing between her deceased family and the evil that loomed in front of her. Tsunade-sama, you can't let them fool you. You can't trust them. They are not going to bring back your brother and my uncle back. Don't you remember your promise? Their promise? Don't you remember? Shut up, Shizune. We should just destroy them now. In their condition, we can easily defeat them. It is true that I am weakened, but we know Tsunade's weakness. biting his own finger, Orochimaru extracted the blood and showed it to Tsunade to cause her to go into a shaking seizure because of the sight of blood. You still carry that fear, the fear of blood. Kabuto knew it as hemophobia, while for the rest of the less educated, Tsunade just didn't like the sight of blood due to the amount of blood she had seen when both her lover Dan died and her younger brother Nawaki died. I expect a nice answer from you, Tsunade. And with that, both Orochimaru and Kabuto had fled the scene. This left Shizune to take care of Tsunade, who wanted to get drunk at a local bar, and forget all the problems that today had brought for her and Konoha. Coincidentally, Naruto and Jiraiya had looked everywhere except for this particular bar, and decided to eat dinner there. Well, it was more like Jiraiya wanted to drink and flirt, while Naruto was dragged behind to eat the appetizers. When they arrived, Jiraiya soon spotted his teammate Tsunade drunk as a skunk. Getting straight to the point, Orochimaru, what did he want with you? Shizune was discouraged to answer from the glare being pointed at her by Tsunade. We just said hello, what do you want from me? I'll get straight to the point. The village of Konoha has requested that you become the 5th Hokage. Choking on his food, Naruto couldn't believe that the village had chosen such a liar to become the 5th Hokage. Dressing up as a younger version of yourself is totally wrong in the eyes of Naruto. You heard about the 3rd? Yes, Orochimaru told me about how he killed the 3rd. Wait a minute, aren't Sannin Konoha ninjas? Why did they kill the old man? Sit down, Naruto. Who is the brat? Uzumaki Naruto. So this is the 9-tailed kid? I will ask you this again. Will you become the 5th Hokage for Konoha, Tsunade? Feeling the crushing weight of her decisions on her, Tsunade didn't know what to do. What is your answer, Tsunade? No, impossible. I refuse. I remember that line. I asked you out that one time, and you refused me. Why did the council pick this person for Hokage? She was essentially during the Great War. Her combat and medicinal skills were unrivaled even now. And it is not something a genin like you has to worry about. All of the Hokages either died young or threw their lives away for the good of the village. My grandfather and the second wanted to end the war, but died before it actually happened. They were pathetic. You've changed, Tsunade. I don't know what you've been thinking, but you have put it into words. I am 50 years old. Even though I don't look it, time changes people. Sarutobi-sensei was the same. If an old man tries to be brave, of course he will die. The title Hokage is a piece of crap. Only an idiot wants to become one. That was the last straw. Naruto could not stand it anymore. He launched himself at the woman who defamed the old man and tried to punch her lights out. Jiraiya anticipated this and held him back while he ran on the table. Anyone who says something about the old man or the 4th Hokage deserves a punch in the face. It doesn't matter if it is a girl. You got guts talking to me like that, kid. Let's take this outside. Once they were outside, they took up their stances. Even though I look like this, I am still a Sannin, and I don't need anything but this one finger to stop a genin. What did you say? Deciding to let his words do the talking, Naruto lunged at Tsunade, and soon was within range to slice her with his kunai. Unfortunately, Tsunade was a bit faster and easily took his knife and threw it back at him, combined with delivering a flick on the head with her index finger. She's strong. What do you think, Fox? Yeah, strong, though she looks nice. I wouldn't mind to take her with us. Let me take care of this kid. Are you sure? I mean, just don't hurt her too much. Just enough to show her that she shouldn't talk about the old man and the 4th like that. Fine, but no promises afterwards. Switching from Naruto to QB was not a noticeable change for the outside world, but it showed in their fighting styles for sure. Oi. Kid, before you pass out, why does the name Hokage mean so much to you? Unlike you, I am going to take on the name Hokage definitely. Being Hokage is my dream. Recalling moments when that was all her brother and lover ever talked about, Tsunade wasn't ready for the onslaught that was to come. She's vulnerable now. Got to get the technique off in time. You think you can do it, Fox? I got it in the bag, Kit, though I don't know what I got in the bag. Creating an exact replica of the fourth Hokage's move, Kyuubi charged at Tsunade with incredible speed. When did he get so fast? And where did he learn that technique? Soon it was obvious that Tsunade could not defeat the boy using only one finger, thus she defended against the boy with her whole body. Unfortunately for her, Kyuubi was not the most subtle of creatures. He loved the feel of her body, and continued to pinch and prod her everywhere. How is he doing that? His speed matches the fourth Hokage's. Continuing his onslaught, Kyuubi delivered the ball of chakra into the ground, and set up a wall of dirt to block against all of Tsunade's attacks. Where did he go? You looking for me? I'm right behind you. Without another word, Kyuubi delivered on his promise, and connected with over 20 jabs to Tsunade's stomach. Luckily for Tsunade, Kyuubi didn't put too much strength into the punches, but they still stung to the woman of incredible might. Going toe-to-toe against a Sannin might be tough for most people, but the Kyuubi was handing out punishment like a man possessed. He easily ran circles around Tsunade, and when he had the time he also ran around her younger attendant Shizune. How are you doing this? You are only a genin. Soon it became obvious that the boy had tapped into the Kyuubi's power, and now was using it against her. Tsunade had to stop it, or at least try her best. Kyuubi continued to torment her with prods and pinches that excited all her nerves. I see that you are getting more and more excited. How about a wrestling match after this, Tsunade-san? No matter what she did, no matter how fast she moved, the Kyuubi was that much faster, that much stronger. Soon Tsunade was too tired to fight back. Do you admit defeat? Never. Okay, but this torment will continue for the rest of the night, and I will only increase the tickling. Good on his word. Kyuubi was truly arousing both Shizune and Tsunade at the same time. That fox is taking away all my action. Why did I bring along the kid again? Oh, that's right. I knew that he would do this, and we would get Tsunade to come back with us. Though I am really regretting bringing him along now. Deciding a little more privacy was necessary, Kyuubi whisked both ladies off to the nearest empty hotel room and finished his torment there. By the time he was done, both women were salivating at the mouth and wanted release as soon as possible. Creating multiple clones, Kyuubi decided to let them dwell for a bit. Now who is the genin and who is the master? When it became almost unbearable for both of them, Kyuubi released them from his hold and let them do what they must to find the pleasure they were seeking. Shizune, get out of here quickly. I'll take care of him. This beast will pay for what he did to us. Tsunade-sama, he didn't do anything to hurt me. In fact, some of the things I really liked. Don't say such things. We must defeat this beast. If you really want to defeat me, then you have to face me first, Tsunade-chan. Kyuubi was having the time of his life, but he wasn't ready to let them rest just yet, and he soon had the women screaming and moaning much like his lovers did whenever he was home with them. I love this life, kid. Having fun as well? Naruto was sometimes not too keen on feeling everything that the fox felt. With all the pleasure coursing through his mind, Naruto was soon in a drooling state. Kid, you really got to get out more. With both women deeply satisfied, Kyuubi retreated back into the abyss of Naruto's mind. What am I going to do now? Naruto awakened in a tangle of limbs and a bunch of pleasurable moans from all three occupants of the bed. Tsunade and Shizune sure enjoyed what happened yesterday, but many things were going to happen today, and they had to be prepared to face the threats. Unfortunately, both women didn't seem to want to get out of bed, and insisted that Naruto stay with them while they feed off his warmth. It was soon apparent that the three weren't alone. The rest of Naruto's lovers were standing around the trio, and did not look all that happy to see the new additions. What the heck is going on, Naruto-kun? Trying to explain your predicament to an enraged female ninja was not a thing Naruto wanted to experience twice. Unfortunately, Ken would not let him off the hook that easily. Well, I mean, it's just, I have no excuse. I seduced these women, I am sorry. What the heck? You didn't have enough women? I thought you loved us, Naruto-kun? I do, but I don't know. Naruto wasn't feeling all that good at this time. But QB was enjoying this immensely. What are you yammering about, Kit? Let's just hit the sack and enjoy it. Easy for you to say. I don't think we'll make it out of here alive. Don't worry about it. I can tell that the girls are mad, but they'll be fine. You do love them, don't you? Yes, of course. Then what's the problem? Well, I can't really love them, all right? Why can't you? I mean, we do need a lot of mates to repopulate the world in our image, right? Repopulate? Of course, all this time wasn't just for fun, though it was a lot of fun. It was for the betterment of the world, and for ourselves, of course. Understanding the motive behind QB's sudden pheromone boost, Naruto was not altogether happy with the fox. You mean to tell me that you plan to make thousands of foxes in this world? Of course, it's going to be a world filled with my kin and yours, of course. I don't know about this fox. So many children will be very difficult. Don't worry so much about that. Worry about the women currently in the room. I don't think Kin and Temari are altogether enthusiastic about our new additions. I would suggest a number of clones and a really big party. Taking the perverted fox's advice, Naruto cloned himself 1,000 times and had a blast with the new girls and his legendary lovers. Waiting outside in the middle of the street, Jiraiya could hear all the moaning and groaning. That kid is taking all the women, none left for my research, darn him. Although Jiraiya wanted his help to recruit Tsunade, he didn't think that it would have gone this far. Not to mention that Shizune is in love with him too, darn him again. Back inside the luscious room, Kin was enjoying the finer things in life, and it seemed the problem before had slipped her mind. Well, most things had slipped her mind at this time. With the clones doing all the work, it was heaven for Kin. She could not believe the amount of pleasure that Naruto could bring her. Her black tresses were tossed to and fro, and she was writhing in unadulterated ecstasy. She soon found her peak and leveled off quickly. Tsunade and Shizune were enjoying becoming the middle in a Naruto clone sandwich. The amount of tension that left their body, plus the amount of pleasure going into their bodies, was astronomical. They say blondes have the most fun. While Tsunade was having a really good time, Orochimaru was clearly the last thing on her mind at the moment. Shizune had a gentler way about her, but in bed, she was a vixen as well, tossing and turning. She made the clones work extra hard, and they enjoyed every minute of it. Temari, Ino's mother, Hinata, Hinata's mother, Kiba's sister, Kiba's mother, Sakura, Sakura's mother, Anko, Kurenai, Tintin's mother, and rest of the women all had the most fun with Naruto in a long time. Whether it was a contest to see how fast Naruto could go, or whether it was how long each woman could hold out, or even when Naruto made it his personal mission to arouse and satisfy each and every woman there as fast as he could, it was the best time for both Naruto and the women involved. Ino was against the idea of sharing anything with her mother, but with Naruto's careful guidance and her mother's gorgeous looks, it was soon clear that not only did she not mind, she was more enthusiastic than her mother and Naruto combined. The whole room was filled with the cries and moans of 1,000 women in ecstasy, and it seemed the volume kept reaching new levels of height. Soon the whole village could hear what Naruto and all the women did in the middle of the afternoon. The building was shaking from the amount of peaks and valleys that arose inside the tattered old house. Swaying to and fro, the building seemed to give the impression of a very energetic demon container, as could be seen if one looked inside to witness another explosion of pleasure and delight. Soon the villagers investigated the cries and moans, and many of the braver ones stepped inside the building to see what many men would give their legs and arms for. The ones that tried to join in on the action, meaning the men, were all kindly escorted off the premises, meaning that the clones dragged their behinds out of the house and beat them with a stick until they went back home with their tails between their legs. All told, most of villagers knew about the young boy named Naruto in less than half an hour. Men revered him as a hero among men, while secretly hoping that one of his lovers would mistake them for Naruto. Women didn't seem to mind the rambunctious young man, although most of their opinion was due to first-hand experience, and many of them did not mind the crowds at all. Jiraiya could not see how Naruto conveyed so much lust into the air. There must be something that drives the women wild. I just need to bottle it, and I will be rolling in women as well. Although Jiraiya had gotten the gist of it right, he did not have the capacity to actually capture any of Naruto's scent or musk, if you will. QB would not have another use his appeal for his own means. What are you planning to do with a pervert fox? I don't know. I was going to let you decide, Kit. What's it going to be? Should I remove his vitals? Or would it be too gruesome? Not too much blood. How about you just stop him from using your appeal? It can't be that hard, right? I don't know. He is a Sannin, and that could pose a problem to me just stopping him from using my appeal. Although I don't know why we are discussing this now. Don't you think we have better things to do? Kill Orochimaru? No, we have to finish up. Then we can go kill Orochimaru. Plus, I believe that both Shizune and Tsunade are ready. So let's finish up and hunt that bastard down. When it all was said and done, Naruto and his perverted alter ego had enticed all the villagers and satisfied all the women in the village. Now what? I don't think Tsunade and Shizune are ready to face Orochimaru and his pet dog Kabuto. I agree, plus their clothes are ripped to shreds. I knew I should have controlled it when you started your rampage. I mean, it was fun and all, but did you really have to rip off all the clothes and tear them into little pieces? I didn't see you complaining, and if I remember correctly, I didn't do all the tearing and ripping. You got involved as well. Having the decency to blush, Naruto decided to put on his clothes and hit the town for some clothes for his family. Where am I going to find an outfit curvaceous enough for Tsunade? Heck if I know, but it will be fun watching her model all of the items for us. Let's hurry and get back. With quite a bit of money stored in his account, Naruto did not put a dent when he purchased all the clothes he and his alter ego had torn to shreds in the heat of the moment. Hopefully all these clothes fit. I mean, I don't think that shirt will fit Anko-chan. Of course it won't. That's the point, silly. Don't you remember what she was wearing when we tore it off? Thinking back a bit, Naruto could picture the fishnet stockings and the overall skin-tight effect that was infused in Anko's whole being. So other than clothes, the girls need to take a shower, and then we can face that snake. He's here. I can smell his stench from anywhere. He's probably waiting on Tsunade and Shizune, but what could he be after? I don't know, but it probably has something to do with Tsunade's healing arts. He's going to be surprised when we arrive. I can't wait to see his face. Returning to the old building, Naruto went inside to deposit the girls' clothing and waited on them to awaken. Do you think the rest of the girls want to come with us to see Orochimaru? Probably, but we can't let them see the snake. He might pull a kidnapping act. I don't ever want to see him near Ken or any of them again, but that will be a tall order to stop the girls. I guess. But if we created enough clones, maybe they would be preoccupied? You are really enjoying this, aren't you, Kit? Thought you wanted to stop all the perverted things? I mean, it is a good way to stop them, right? Right. Anyways, we have to wake them up. Orochimaru won't wait forever. Walking through the room, Naruto awakened the sleeping Tsunade and Shizune. Tsunade-chan, time to wake up. We need to go meet the snake. Naruto-kun, what are you talking about? I am going to meet him, not you. I can't risk you dying because of him. Don't worry so much. You'll have Jiraiya, Shizune, and me. We'll take down that snake. What Naruto-kun says is right, Tsunade-sama. We'll all be there to help you. I don't like the way that man tried to trick you. Plus, I need to get even with that upstart attendant. Enough talk. You guys need to get cleaned up. You can't go meet him as you are now. I mean, you are all sticky and stuff. Most of it is yours, Naruto-kun. But what you say is true. Let's go take a shower, Shizune. Yes, Tsunade-sama. The two got up off the floor and headed toward the bathroom. Fortunately or unfortunately for Naruto, he was dragged along for the ride. Girls, why are you taking me with you? Oh, we know you need a bath too. So why not kill two birds with one stone? Being dragged behind two beautiful-looking women was not a bad experience for Naruto. He soon learned the wonders of taking a shower, and how fun it could be. Due to the amount of activity they performed, it took them 3 times as long to get ready, but Tsunade and Shizune did not mind one bit. Naruto, on the other hand, was getting really worn out. Don't worry about it, Kit. You'll have enough energy for the battle against the snake. With their morning duties done, Naruto and company headed out to worry about the snake, but before he went, Naruto created another enormous amount of clones and ordered them to watch his remaining lovers. Are you finally done, brat? If I knew it would take you this long, I would have gone to get a drink and some food. Don't be such a pansy, Erosenin. Let's just get going. Ready, girls? Let's just finish this, Naruto-kun. I don't want to see this snake any more than you do. The four headed to the meeting place and Naruto could smell the evil in the air. I don't understand why the snake won't just come out and say what he wants. He's a coward. No idea, Kit. But whatever he wants is causing Tsunade to shake with either rage or sorrow. What could he hold over her? No idea, but we'll get it back before long. You know I don't like surprises, Kit. Well, unless those surprises are in the form of semi-nude women. Again, I knew you would put something perverted into whatever you say. Can't you stop thinking with your lower brain for a while? Don't be so high and mighty, Kit. I know you are thinking the exact same thing. I am after all inside you. Shaking his head, Naruto got more acquainted with his surroundings. He saw numerous escape routes, and also a way to form enough debris to slow down the crafty snake. Buildings and walls would become his props to destroy the snake, and once again, bring happiness to the land of ninja. Well, maybe nothing so grand, but he would crush the snake, that was for sure. Once they arrived at the location, Naruto knew they had a bit of time to spare, and concocted a way to kill the snake. What would be the most fun? Crushing his very bones, or taking his tongue and stapling it to his behind? You really have got to stop scaring me like that, Kit. Didn't know you could have such a sadistic soul. Only for those that hurt the ones I love, others I am more gracious to, ensuring that their life is taken quickly. Feeling the snake approaching, Naruto asked that only Tsunade meet the snake, the rest would lie in wait and spring when least suspected. Leaving the healer to face the snake alone was not something that Naruto liked. Although it was necessary if they wanted to catch the lowlife, but at least they would be near when he arrived. Arriving at the scene with his little helper, Orochimaru looked the worse for wear. What is your answer? Looking at the man who could bring back her loved ones, Tsunade saw a man who would not hesitate to kill her and her new family if he had the chance. His arms were dead at his side, and he was no threat to anyone, but with her abilities, she could make him whole again and cause untold destruction throughout the country. A choice between what is right and what her heart desires. Some things are better left to the gods to figure out. Tsunade felt a pull at her heartstrings when he brought up the topic of her dead loved ones, but could see that he would follow up his promise with the destruction of Konoha itself. I will give you back your arms. The statement rang true to the heart of the snake. He knew that she would fold under the desire to see her former lover and brother. Watching as she walked toward him, Orochimaru could not wait until he had the full use of his hands back. Thus, he could rule over Konoha and kill Tsunade and Jiraiya, plus destroy the QB's container. Of course, he would never say that to Tsunade. There was no need to tell the dead what his plans were. Watching as she charged chakra into her hands, Orochimaru could almost feel his hands again. That was until she placed her hands atop his arms. Kabuto launched one of his mini kunai at her arms. You would betray me at the very last moment, Tsunade? Orochimaru decided then, and there he had to force her to remake his arms. How did you come up with your decision, Tsunade? The decision to kill me? Looking at Orochimaru with eyes of loathing, Orochimaru got his answer. And Kabuto, You have remained loyal to me, and your insight is astounding. You knew she was going to kill me. Her chakra displayed her intent to kill. It was easy since I came from the same medical squad as her. Tsunade, I really would have revived those two. I knew that you were lying, Orochimaru, but I still gave you the benefit of the doubt. But I could not do that again. Your will to crush Konoha and destroy everything, my grandfather, my lover, and my brother ever held dear, it was something I could not let you do. I see negotiations have broken down. Now I must ask you by force, Tsunade. Without a word, Tsunade charged at the two ingrates and delivered a high-flying dropkick that literally destroyed the ground and walls surrounding them. Bring it on, Orochimaru. I see. I have never fought you before. Let's see what you can do. That's a joke, since I will be the one fighting her. Kabuto did not like his chances against a Sannin, and a strong, monstrous one at that. I will bury you bastards here and now. You will never see Konoha again. Delivering another well-placed punch where they once stood, Tsunade destroyed the wall they were standing on. She still has that monstrous strength. One hit will be the end of you. Now Kabuto was really not liking the chances that were stacked against him. It seemed that he not only had to fight her, but make sure that she did not die, something she had no regrets over. I have to fight a monster woman? And not kill her as well, while she goes all out on me? Darn, this is going to be a hard fight, to put it lightly. This place is too compact and tight to keep my distance from her. You are going to change locations? That seems best for now. I sensed a problem before we came here, a massive chakra force. It would not be wise to challenge both. What did you sense, Kabuto? A Sannin the same as you and Tsunade. He could reinforce the ranks of Tsunade-sama and spell disaster for us. Jiraiya, that idiot has come here? What a troublesome development, but it will not matter, we will prevail. Setting out toward a grassy plain, both Kabuto and Orochimaru did not want to face Tsunade in tight quarters. Unfortunately for them, that Shizune Jiraiya and most importantly Naruto were hiding in the wings ready to challenge the both of them. We will let them run, Kit. I always want to watch my prey wiggle before I kill them. If you say so, Fox, but remember, I want that snake dead and gone before long. Don't worry, we'll take care of that. Let's follow Tsunade-sama. Coming, Naruto-kun? Right behind you, Shizune-chan, but keep your distance, because she is pissed off right now. Arriving at the grassy plains, Kabuto and Orochimaru waited for the healing princess of Konoha. They didn't have to wait long, she was right on their tails. Delivering punch after punch, Tsunade created craters in the ground and scared the wits out of Kabuto. Knowing his lack of skills at hand-to-hand combat would severely crucify him, Kabuto hoped it would end soon. Tsunade is breathing hard. You almost got her, Kabuto. I'm not that good at hand-to-hand combat. Kabuto retrieved a pill from his pouch. A food pill? Putting it in his mouth, Kabuto received a massive adrenaline boost, and soon was crafting hand seals. Those seals. That kid knows the ninja medical arts? Attacking like a man on a mission, Kabuto formed a set of chakra blades on his hands. They could cut Tsunade's muscles, and he did just that. He got my muscles. I cut your bicep and rectus femoris. You can't use that monstrous strength of yours anymore now. A chakra scalpel, eh? Why did you not go for one of my arteries? It is true that I can create a chakra scalpel that can cut muscles and tendons, but in battle even I cannot create a scalpel long enough to reach the heart and the arteries. Then again, there is no problem if I got for the vital organs. Delivering a series of kicks and jabs, Kabuto kept Tsunade distracted enough to deliver a strike at her chest. Damn it, he got a subcostal muscle. I can't breathe. This guy isn't a normal medical ninja. His senses and technique surpassed mine when I was in my prime. We can't let you die yet, so I won't attack your vital organs. But now you can't move anymore. Without further ado, Tsunade delivered a chop to the upstart's neck. Kabuto was eating dirt for a minute. What a person. Normally you couldn't move due to the difficulty you are having breathing. It looks like I have to hurt her a bit more. But not enough that she dies. What Kabuto soon found out was that he was a bit confused. I'm trying to move my arm, but my leg this be. Delivering a roundhouse on the upstart, Tsunade pushed him to the ground and caused the boy to skid across the ground like a hockey puck. Bastard. This is the best I can do at this state. This is not a muscle problem. It is affecting my nerves. It looks like you noticed. Yes, I attacked your nerves. I changed my chakra into electricity and created an electrical field and jacked it into your nervous system. Tsunade must have disrupted all the electrical systems that run through the body at 360 kilometers per hour. The snake was paying close attention to the battle. She can still fight like this even though she stopped fighting a long time ago. So this is what fighting a Sannin means? Healing chakras take too much energy at this rate. Tsunade created a number of seals and soon had her body back to normal. When I move my right arm, my left leg moves. When I try to move my left ankle, my right shoulder moves. This is hard. But I have an 80% idea of what moves when I try to move something. Thought you got me with a technique of this level? Don't underestimate me. Twirling like a little ballerina, Kabuto retrieved his kunai and faced the wrath of Tsunade once again. What? He restored his body movements that quickly. You're afraid of blood, right? Well, I'll show you plenty of that right now. Unfortunately for Kabuto, a smoke bomb obscured his view of the healer, and soon Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Naruto came into play against the upstart. It's been a long time, Jiraiya. You have evil looking as usual. Pushing Jiraiya out of the way, Tsunade attacked the boy once more. Just because you got your body to move, doesn't mean you can move it normally. Delivering a succession of kicks and punches, Kabuto dodged them all. With his back to the rocks, Tsunade knew that she had the would-be medic. Unfortunately for her, Kabuto used an underhanded trick and stabbed his own hand to stop the monstrous strength of Tsunade. With the amount of blood, it was easy to see how Tsunade was utterly horrified at the droplets dripping off of her. My body's finally starting to move normally. Dealing with two legendary Sannins will be too much trouble. I'll immobilize one for now. And with that, Kabuto delivered a concentrated blow to Tsunade and sent her sailing back to Tsunade. You bastard. You'll feel my wrath for doing that to Tsunade-chan. You're nothing to me, Naruto. You can't even come to the same level as me. You will never be as good as Sasuke. You have no talent as a ninja. You are different from Sasuke. This is what I learned while watching you during the Chunin exams. Tsunade was attending to Tsunade, while Naruto was boiling on the inside. Even if you put that scary face on, you're still nothing but a cute little Jinin, completely out of place here. I expected something from the monster inside of you, but with the legendary Sannin here, you are insignificant to me. You're like a small bug right now, and if you interfere, I'll kill you. Deciding enough was enough, Naruto went into full attack mode and charged at the faux blonde in front of him. Creating 3 clones, Naruto closed ranks and attacked from all sides. Using his numbers correctly, he delivered an attack on Kabuto's injured hand, but he was soon taught that blood was a good deterrent against attacks. The blood coated his eyes and stopped his attack. With only 3 clones left, Kabuto easily dispatched of them. Unfortunately for Kabuto, he didn't catch on to the fact that Naruto did not make 3 clones. He made 4 and converted the last one into a knife. The last clone delivered an attack that pushed the medic back. How is that possible? I saw him create 3 clones. How? Falling back to his master, Kabuto used a blood replenishment pill to recover the blood lost from his little attack against himself. Naruto was just watching coolly and wondering how best to take the medic apart, whether it would be a surgical strike, another blast to the past, or something he had just recently learned. I don't know about you, kid, but that idiot has got on my last nerve. He called us worse than that Uchiha kid. I won't stand for that. Calm yourself, Fox. It will be all right. I have many things planned for that boy right there. He will feel my wrath indeed, but for now let him sulk a while. It would seem that Kabuto wasn't expecting so much talent from such a loud ninja. What is going on? When did he get so clever? Please remove your left bandage, sir. Orochimaru did as told and waited for Kabuto to do his thing. So the boss is going to fight. Tsunade take on the guy with glasses. Naruto help her out. I'll take on Orochimaru. Yes, sir. You got to be kidding the Erosenin. I don't need any help with the idiot in glasses. It's him who will be in a body bag. Still, be careful you two. Fine, but Tsunade try to stay behind me. I'll do most of the dirty work. I don't know about that Naruto-kun. He is a strong ninja, and you're only a genin. Don't worry about all that. I got his number now. He's mine for the taking, and I won't let anyone else take him. Tsunade, heal yourself and rest. I'll take care of that Erosenin. A few of my clones should do the trick. They'll protect her against the idiot with glasses and Snake Man. Whatever you say, kid, but remember that Orochimaru is a Sannin like me, and the kid is just as strong as Kakashi. I know, but he'll still be in a body bag when I am through with him. With a little flick of the wrist, Kabuto had gathered enough blood to summon a snake like the one that trampled Konoha, but he couldn't do it alone. He needed Orochimaru's arms, due to the fact that the Snake Man had a contract with the snakes of the land. The snake towered above all. It had 2 heads, and was fearsome to look at. Thus Jiraiya created a moat for the monster to sink into. Too bad it only sunk halfway. While Jiraiya was preoccupied with Orochimaru, Kabuto and Tsunade took to battle, and it seemed were evenly matched until Kabuto got Tsunade's leg tendons. Unfortunately for Kabuto, he forgot about Naruto, and that was not a smart thing to do. He might have written him off as a dropout and a space case, but Naruto was top-notch. Delivering on his promise of pain and his infernal wrath, Naruto delivered a succession of punches and kicks at the medic. It was plain to see that Kabuto would not be having a fun time taking care of Naruto. Coughing up a bit of blood, Kabuto could not see how a boy known as a loud mouth and a dropout could hurt him. How are you doing this? Have you tapped into the monster's power? Let's just say that you will soon learn whether I have or have not. Now for my first trick, I will break your arms because of what you did to Tsunade and Tsunade. Tearing at him full force, Naruto caught the medic and started to tear the man's arm off. How is this possible? Delivering a blow onto Naruto's head, Kabuto at last got Naruto off his arms. Feeling a little weak in that arm? Well, it should be. I crushed it a bit. It was true. Kabuto could feel the bone fibers loose in his arm. He is powerful enough to crush my bones in less than a minute. Hey, I don't think you should daydream, kid. Don't want you to get hurt. Again latching onto his arm, but the opposite one this time. Naruto put the squeeze on him. Feeling immense pressure on his arm, Kabuto cried out in agony. Jumping back, Naruto saw his handiwork. A boy who had both arms now has only his legs left. Poor baby, did I hurt you? It seemed that not only was Kabuto a good medic, but he healed amazingly quickly as well. He soon was at as close to peak form as he could get against Naruto. This is impossible. I should be killing you, not the other way around. I don't know what to say, except stop whining and come and get me. The constant taunting caused Kabuto to make a terrible mistake. He took Naruto up on his offer and attacked the blonde-haired youth with vigor. Again, unfortunately for Kabuto, he was shown once more why he had no chance against Naruto. Standing atop his arm, Naruto was smirking down upon the medical ninja. Impossible, his speed rivals the Fourth's. How is he doing this? You must probably thinking how I am doing all this. Well, I'll tell you a secret. You won't be conscious to find out. Delivering an elbow to his skull, Naruto soon had the ninja reeling, and it was apparent that he was out of his league. The amount of healing that Kabuto could provide was limited. He could not heal each and every time. He didn't have the chakra supply. Once again, it was Naruto with the upper hand. QB had limitless amounts of chakra, and he was fueling all of it into Naruto. Grabbing his healed arms, Naruto broke them again and again and again. He had the arm bent in such a position that Kabuto would need a really good chiropractor to fix it. Screaming all the way, Kabuto could not describe how terrible he felt. But Naruto was not done there. He soon worked on the poor boy's legs and had them bent at the same odd angles as his arms. It was soon apparent that Kabuto would need some major healing. Oi! Don't fall asleep yet, I haven't finished. Tossing the boy to the side, Naruto watched the battle of the Saiyans. It could be said that Jiraiya was holding his ground nicely. Guess the Arrow Sennin has got the goods after all. He's taking on Orochimaru easily. That could be due to Orochimaru's predicament though. Looking over at both Tsunade and Shizune, Naruto knew that they would need medical attention. Heading over to them, Naruto tried to instill his power into them. It took a bit of doing, but it soon was dissolved into their bodies, and they were ready to heal themselves with the extra chakra. Tsunade healed quickly, and Shizune was easily fixed with Tsunade doing the healing. Naruto-kun, what happened to the medic ninja? Oh, he's over there somewhere. I think he's alright, but I don't know. Hopefully he learned a thing or two. You defeated him on your own? Yeah, it wasn't as hard as you make it out to believe. He was a pansy. Anyways, how are you and Tsunade doing? Tsunade is fine. So am I, but I still can't believe you defeated him so easily. Are you hurt anywhere? Nah, it was too easy to get hurt. Tsunade-chan, are you okay? I'm fine, Naruto-kun, but I wouldn't mind a towel to get off this blood. Removing his outer jacket, Naruto used it to wipe off the excess blood. That should do it. Let's check on Arrow Sennin. Who? Jiraiya? He's fighting Orochimaru now. Heading over to the big snake, the trio saw that Orochimaru was being beaten like a bush. Although he was taking hits, it didn't seem to be affecting him. But when he saw that Kabuto was demolished and Naruto was fine as a dandy, he launched himself at Naruto. He defeated Kabuto? I must kill him before he gets more powerful. Jiraiya tried to give chase, but it was a wasted effort. He was ensnared in Orochimaru's tongue and thrown to the ground. Unfortunately for Orochimaru, he should have kept the sword in his throat. It was soon shoved back in by Naruto. Geez, keep those things to yourself, idiot. I don't want to see what you have in your gullet. Amazed by the boy's power, Orochimaru hightailed it to Kabuto's side. It seemed that Kabuto wasn't as badly hurt as Naruto thought. Either that, or he healed himself one more time with his stupid technique. Either way, he created the seals for Orochimaru, and a puff of smoke was soon seen. Wasting no time, Jiraiya and Tsunade also made the seals, and it was soon apparent that the three would be engaged in a tremendous fight. When the smoke had cleared, there were three massive creatures, a slug named Katsue, a frog named Gamabunta, and a huge snake named Manda. Naruto was impressed with the conversions. Guess they are called the Sannin for a reason. That's right, kid, but we could do this too, although you would call forth me. Really? That would be so cool. Yeah, but not this time. Let's just kick the boy in the glasses but one more time. I couldn't agree more. Creating another exact replica of the Rasengan that the fourth Hokage formed, Naruto took off against Kabuto, and since he was dead tired, Kabuto could not dodge at all. What was seen was a ball of energy, and then Kabuto, he was torn to shreds. Well, at least his clothes were. He had a massive bruise on his abdomen. That was for me. Wanted to see if you could heal from that. Good luck. Orochimaru was not exactly feeling like a winner at the moment. His attendant was down, and he was here without arms. Let's end this here, Orochimaru. Your attendant is down, and you are done. What have you brought me here for, Orochimaru? A reunion? What are you planning, Jiraiya? Don't ask stupid questions. Let's just finish this, Gamabunta. With the huge beasts fighting amongst themselves, the trio of Sannin had to do what they could against one another. Jiraiya started off with an enormous fireball that lit up the snake, but it was a fake, only the skin was present. It seemed Manda had malted beforehand. Manda had headed into the ground and came up underneath Jiraiya and Gamabunta, attacking with both its tail and head. Manda believed that the frog was done for. Unfortunately, Orochimaru forgot about Tsunade. With her monstrous strength, Tsunade had used the knife that always accompanied Gamabunta and speared it through the purple snake's head. Orochimaru uttered a few choice oaths, and then he learned the full weight of trying to fight two Sannin at once. Although Orochimaru was perturbed, he was not beaten, and he launched yet another attack against Tsunade, shooting forth his disgusting purple tongue. Orochimaru grabbed Tsunade by her neck. "You might not be able to die in battle, Tsunade, but you will die if I take off your head, right?" The pressure around her neck building, Tsunade used her massive strength and tore free from her bond beep. The tongue was used as a rope to pull in the wily Orochimaru. Getting his face pounded in was not a feeling that Orochimaru would get used to, but it seemed that Tsunade wasn't planning on letting go of his tongue anytime soon. Playing with him like a yo-yo, it seemed that Tsunade had a ball stuck to a stick, and she kept on hitting it until it turned black and blue. Unfortunately for Tsunade, Orochimaru seemed to fine and dandy. He didn't look anything like a man that was beaten to a pulp. No matter how many times she hit him, he kept coming and coming. It just wouldn't stop. He couldn't be beaten down. Putting the last of her strength into her fist, Tsunade tried to throw the knockout blow, but when it came down to it, it wasn't enough, and the snake seemed to stand again. Skin was peeling off of the snake's face, a scene of disgusting interest. Bits and pieces of what was Orochimaru was falling to the ground. "You cannot beat me. I have eternal youth. I am invincible." Although like the coward he was, Orochimaru dissolved into the shadows and got away once again. Well, that is after a certain blonde ninja delivered a special present to him. Naruto would not let the snake get away that easily. Concentrating his power into one of his kunai, he launched it at Orochimaru, and the fool lost a leg and arm in the process. Though the villain had gotten away, he had lost enough of himself to inconvenience him. Looking back to his opponent's fallen body, Naruto wasn't surprised to see that Kabuto wasn't there. "You should have let me finish him off when we had the chance, Kit." "We are not going to let them off that easily, Fox. I wanted to find out what they wanted, and I did. Now it's just a matter of time before they try something again. I think we should go down there, Kit. She's not looking that good." "You're right. Maybe we should have intervened?" "It wouldn't have been our place. You know she did it for those she has lost. It was a fight for them, and a fight for what she truly believes in once more." Jumping down to his fallen lover, Naruto transferred as much chakra as Tsunade could handle and waited for her to use it in her healing processes. "Guess the snake got away. I think I broke a rib and a leg. How about you, kid?" "I'm fine, Erosenin, though I would have liked a chance against that bastard." "In due time. Let's help Shizune over here. I don't think she can walk that well right now." Helping Shizune over, Naruto couldn't help but feel proud of what happened. Tsunade had the chance to take back those that she loved, but she gave that all up to stop the worst thing to happen since the wars in the past. "What you thinking about, kid?" "Nothing, just amazed by everything. How everything turned out, I mean. I guess it does seem a little surreal, but that's how it is in this lifestyle. Never know what's going to happen next." "Right. Never know what's going to happen next. That sounds exactly right." Carrying the women on his back, Naruto walked back to town, thinking along the way that whatever happens, he had what he needed in his family and his friends, even if one of them is the Erosenin. Arriving back in town, Naruto was greeted with his face stuck in someone's bosom. "Naruto-kun, where have you been?" "Kin, I'm fine, but I can't breathe if your chest doesn't get out of my face." Extracting him from his most favorite area, Kin looked Naruto over. Although he was covered in blood, it looked that most of it wasn't his. "Okay, who did you kill? And why didn't you take me with you?" "I didn't kill anyone. I just broke a few arms and took a few legs for souvenirs." Not believing a word he was saying, Kin nonetheless let Naruto pass to place the two injured women in their beds. "Where are the rest of the girls?" "Oh, they went to buy a few things. but we do appreciate you leaving us with clones to play with, and we did play with them." Showing a faint blush, Naruto knew what the play entailed. "I knew we should have stayed here, Kit. We could have been played with too." "And what would have happened to Tsunade then?" "I don't know, but it would have been fun, I can tell you that. Although, without that little workout, I wouldn't be so eager right now for some strawberries and cream, though it was a little touch and go with that snake bastard." Seeing that Naruto was preoccupied, Jiraiya tried to take some mental pictures of all the debris around. "This will be very good research for my newest book. I can't wait to try this out." "Oi, Erosenin, don't get any weird ideas. I don't want to see any of this in your perverted books, okay?" "Fine, but remember that not everything is yours to do with as you please." "I'll remember that. Now let's go make something to eat. I'm sure when Tsunade and Shizune wake, they'll be hungry." Deciding that Naruto needed a quick shower beforehand, Kin dragged him into the bathroom. "What are you doing, Kin-chan?" "Just going to clean you off a bit, Naruto-kun. Don't worry, I won't bite much." Hearing the cries of pleasure and the water running, Jiraiya really wished he was Naruto. That brat gets all the women, and what does poor old me get? I get stuck with my books, and I can't even use the research to help me. When Naruto exited the bathroom, he was cleaned, refreshed, and very satisfied. "Told you, we should have stayed here. I didn't know Kin could bend that way. I knew you would enjoy that fox, you are a pervert." "I didn't see you complaining much, Kit. If I remember correctly, your face was contorted in pleasure, not pain." Shutting out the fox's innuendo for the moment, Naruto set to work creating his masterpiece, ramen. Well, maybe not a masterpiece, but it was edible. When Kin exited the bathroom, she was looking very relaxed and supremely content. "Wow, I didn't know Naruto-kun could do it for so long, and I can't believe I actually bended like that. I must be getting more flexible being around Naruto-kun." Encircling Naruto with her arms, Kin watched as he cooked up a storm. It smelled very good after their little workout. "What type of ramen is that, Naruto-kun?" "Pork ramen. It's going to be good, but if you don't move your hands, I'll drop them on the floor." It seemed Kin's hands had moved lower than necessary to help her lover. "I just wanted to make sure that you didn't need any further coaxing." "Right. Anyways, why don't you set up the table, and we'll sit down and eat." Kin detached herself from around Naruto, though she was loath to do it. Kin thought about all that had happened since she found Naruto, or rather since Naruto had found her. "I can't believe it has only been a couple months. It feels like an eternity ago when I served under Orochimaru. What has happened to me these past few months? I have found love by Naruto's side and a family to care for. It seems surreal, but I believe in it and will never let it go." Finishing the table, Kin watched as her lover delivered over 10 pounds of noodles onto the table. "Why so much food? It's only the 5 of us, right?" "No, I can sense the girls are all returning, though I feel they are bringing more back than I thought." Within a few moments, the rest of the family was home. It was a big hugging and kissing affair, but it soon became a little too heated. "Oi, Anko, stop hogging Naruto-kun. Let me have him for a bit." "You're too possessive, Kurenai. It's not like he can't be shared among us." Being squeezed in between of a beautiful woman sandwich was heaven on earth for Naruto. Girls, maybe we should eat first, build up your guys' energy reserves again?" Deciding that was a great idea, the girls all dug into the lunch. When it was all said and done, 10 pounds of food was not enough. Luckily for Naruto and the rest of the hungry, the girls had bought enough food to last the winter. "Where did you get all this stuff? And how did you pay for it?" "We got it down the road. And how we paid for it, well, ask Anko-chan." "I told you to not talk about that, Tenshin-chan. It was nothing, Naruto-kun." "Did you steal it from them?" "Of course not. I just asked them for it, and they gave it to me." "Right, you forgot how you showed a little more skin than necessary, and they were more than happy to please you afterwards." "Hey! They didn't get anything out of it except of you. Don't try to confuse Naruto-kun." "We know, and that's why we had to run all the way back here. Temari, is this true? Yeah, those idiots tried to play with Anko-chan, and well, you know her. You threw kunais at them? I only hit them once each. Where exactly did you hit them? In the eye? The stomach, the heart? No. Lower. You didn't? She did, right in their jewels. They deserved it though. I mean, the way they were looking at us was disgusting. Although Naruto didn't like how Anko did things, he was glad that she protected herself and her family. Thus this deserved a lot of attention from Naruto. And all the girls wished they had thrown kunais too. With the food dwindling and the conversation just starting, the rest of the family started looking at the new additions to their extended family. Tsunade-sama, it is an honor to finally meet you. Tenten, you're acting like a lovesick teenager. Pull yourself together now, while I get to meet you in the flesh. You look so cool, Tsunade-sama. It seemed that Kurenai didn't take her own advice to heart. Tsunade was quietly watching this whole exchange and smiled internally. This is what a family feels like. I have forgotten. It feels nice to be able to love again. Tsunade-sama, are you alright? I'm fine, Shizune, but on to the introductions. As you all may know, I am Tsunade, one of the Sannin. Jiraiya is another one. This person next to me is my attendant and my greatest friend Shizune. You're making me blush, Tsunade-sama. How are you all doing? I hope to get to know you all much better as time goes on. It is very nice to meet you, Shizune-chan. Have you been with Tsunade long? For as long as I can remember, Kurenai, right? Yep, and this is Anko, and the rest of the girls will introduce themselves. Each of the girls introduced themselves to the famous Sannin and watched as Naruto kept smiling from ear to ear. What are you so happy about, Kit? I'm just glad that everything worked out for the best. I didn't want to lose any of them. Don't worry so much, we'll be fine, although I wouldn't mind adding a few more. You have got to be kidding me, Fox. How many is enough for you? I don't know. In the upwards of a couple thousand to about the low tens of thousands. You really are a pervert. You must have the stamina of a god. We have the stamina of a god, Kit. Not only me, we will rule this world and create a perfect utopia. I think you had one too many drinks, Fox. I don't think we're into the whole world conquest thing. Fine, but I still want at least a piece of the world, say the whole eastern half. We'll see. I don't know how strong our powers are. Don't worry about that, Kit. Nothing from this world can go against us. It's just that simple. While Naruto was doing his little introspective, the girls were eyeing him up like a piece of meat. It seemed that part of Naruto's jacket had opened, and the girls were getting an eyeful of his perfectly sculpted body. Hey Fox, do you smell that? Smell what? Kind of like a honeysuckle scent? Oh, that's just the girls. Oh, is that all? Wait, why do they smell like that? Oh, it's just because they are going to jump you, or rather us. Without another word of warning, Naruto was tackled to the floor and ravaged. Fortunately for him, he was so used to forming the seals, it was easy to get off the Kage Bushin. With over 1,000 clones helping him, Naruto was free while the girls were enjoying themselves. Don't they ever get tired of this? I have never known a species that does. Though I don't mind it in the least, I guess, but it would be nice to have a little more warning next time. Kit, you got to understand, I love this stuff. I wouldn't warn you if it were the last thing to do in the world. Sighing emphatically, Naruto watched as his clones enjoyed themselves, as well as his lovers. I really am glad that we have such a big family, Fox. I have never felt so loved in my life. I know the feeling, but remember, Kit, it is not how large your family is, but how well you protect them. Do you understand? Of course. What do you think I have been doing this whole time? Goofing off? No, I have been training to become stronger. The Rasengan is a prime example. I have learned a technique that is worthwhile and powerful enough to stop the harshest of critics. I guess. But you must train your body further. I must be able to use it for longer periods at a time. With my power and your abilities, we will truly be unstoppable. While all this was happening, Jiraiya did not leave the room. Wow, I didn't think that they would do that with me in the room. Guess there are small miracles. Oi. Arosenin, what are you doing? What? Aren't you the least bit embarrassed to be staring so openly? And why should I be? I mean, it's not like I asked them to start getting into it. It's not my fault. Yes, that is true, but it would be the gentleman who walked out when he saw things that had nothing to do with him. Well, you know by now that I'm not a gentleman, plus I need material for my books. What did I tell you about those books? I don't want my life in them, even though you are using different names. You cannot stop the work of a genius and an artist. Life is art itself, and yours is too beautiful to let pass without being told to the world. Enough of the flowery speech, just cut it out and get out of here. I don't feel comfortable with you being here for all this. And what are you going to do if I refuse? I will show you just how fast I defeated Kabuto, understand? Fine, but remember life begets life, and there will be a time when your story must be told to the world. If it's not now, then it will be soon. Walking out with a sad shake of his head, Jiraiya really wished he could stay and watch. It's so much more fun when it's live and action-packed instead of bland on paper. Watching as his sensei left, Naruto could not help the blush that adorned his face as he watched Anko and Tsunade being bent in such odd directions. I just got to say, that looks very uncomfortable for them. Don't worry so much, they're enjoying it. Can't you see their faces? I guess, but still, I never knew that people were that flexible. Late into the night the screams and cries of pleasure rocked the village, and it was to say the least a distraction for the men and women inside the village. Many had to close their windows and lock down their doors before the sound could reach their eardrums. But it was all in vain. The screams kept coming louder and louder. It was like the village was a microphone for the girls' desires, and they were shouting it for the heavens themselves to hear. Groans coming from Naruto were like the growls of a wild animal, and it seemed that he was claiming what was his, and he had no qualms about it. The night continued on and on, with more and more fun in store for all involved, especially when they all decided to eat dinner. With no plates or tables, it was a free-for-all, and their bodies were the vessels for all their earthly delights. The main dish consisted of a lemon pepper chicken with a dollop of rice and starches on the side. It was delicious to taste on the very women that he had indulged in earlier. It seemed that the more he ate the hungrier he got. Naruto could not stop the hunger that took over, and his lovers did not mind in the least. The soup was lapped up hungrily, and it seemed that there would be none left of Naruto, but he found many portions that interested him. He was soon neck-deep in enough soup to enjoy for the night. Dessert was a beautiful affair, with whipped cream and ice cream sprinkled all over the place, and strawberries and cream to round out the top. It was all the more delicious when shared with the ones he loved. Rolling in the sweetness and pleasure, it could be assumed that Naruto had found heaven and was experiencing a euphoric overdose. Luckily for him, he was a demon at heart, and he also housed one. The amount of stimulus was not enough for him to be distracted at all. He continued his ministrations, and was rewarded with the pleasure of hearing his lover's cries and moans of ecstasy. While the cream melted and the strawberries became mushy and sweet, the night was still young and the bodies all willing to continue. Devouring the remaining bits and pieces of his meal, Naruto was still hungry for more and more. The events that occurred were not known to another man alive. The amount of effort and life that existed in that very room was legendary, and it was a poet's dream to be able to describe the beauty of it all. The sensuality of it all was enough to make even the most brazen blush and hide their faces. The women had no inhibitions, and neither did Naruto. Their love spoke volumes of what they could accomplish if they had to. Their connection was as close as someone could be with another. Their desire for each other was astounding, and their devotion to each other exponential. When the activities had ceased and all of his family was asleep, Naruto watched on and wondered why he was so lucky. I don't understand, Fox. What you have done has made me the happiest I have ever been. Why? Because it matters to me, Kit. Something I have not done for anyone is something I would gladly do for you. I am not a soft-hearted demon. I know what I have done, and I hold no qualms or regrets about it. But I hope what I have done for you is in some small way an indicator of the devotion a friend can give. A friend? No, I don't believe that is what you are. I can understand your hatred, Kit. I have done many things that caused you pain. From my very existence, I have destroyed yours. But I am truly your friend in all this. No, a friend does not explain what you have done. You are a brother to me, someone who I trust, someone I know will back me up in whatever I do. I know I can count on you, Fox. I can count on you, brother. There is not a hint of doubt in my mind that is true, Kit. I will stand by your side proudly, as will all our lovers. It is something that we share together, the feeling of family and love. I am touched you think so highly of me, even though I have caused you such anguish. Those are in the past. The present and future are what concern me, and those are bright and happy. I will not let anything happen to you or my family. This I promise myself and you. What was established today will not be broken ever. I will not let another person ever come between this family. This is vow against all odds. I will protect you all. With conviction in his mind and heart, Naruto watched over his family throughout the night, and continued to preserve all that was right with his world. When the first sign of sunlight came over the horizon, Naruto knew it was time to head back home. Konoha would be waiting for its Hokage, and there was no one that Naruto would serve more than Tsunade. I guess all things happen for a reason. Isn't that right, Fox? Yes, it may have been fate that took away the old man, but it is also fate that brings Tsunade back to Konoha and into our lives. I can't shake the feeling of sadness I have for the third, but I know that Tsunade will make a fine Hokage and make the village whole once more. Let us hope that peaceful times prevail, but from what we have seen it would be naive to think so. Yes, with Orochimaru prowling the countryside, only a fool would let down their guard, and you know we are not fools. The new day approaches. Let us awaken the others. I wish to return to Konoha in record time, although we may need to spend the night in the lovely hot spring we passed on our way to this village. Still a pervert as usual, but I agree, a nice soak to relax the muscles is what the doctor calls for. Quickly creating the familiar seals, Naruto called forth his clones to awaken his sleeping beauties. When they had all awakened, they remembered the night before and were surprised they were in such high spirits. Why are we so well rested, Naruto-kun? I have given each of you a large amount of my power. It will energize you for the rest of the day. Don't worry about me though, I am fine. The power of my brother is truly limitless. Nodding their heads, the girls continued to get ready for the new day, and what a day it would be. First they needed to take a shower. All their activities the night before had worked up a sweat, and also with the strawberries and cream, it was not exactly the most smooth of surfaces on their skin. Though Naruto didn't mind a bit, when they invited him in to scrub their backs, QB was ecstatic with wonder and eager to please. It would be a wonderful day. Naruto could feel it in his bones, and his body was telling him a thing or two as well. No matter what the next days would bring, he knew he and his family would be ready to face them, and those that would go against them should be pitted since they don't know what kind of storm they would bring down onto their heads. The end. So how was this part? I hope you like it. And if you like it, share this part with your friends, and like the video too. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily awesome fanfiction. Okay, it's time for me to go. Bye bye.